For most of my life, I have been shy, soft-spoken. You know, my 8th grade algebra teacher, Mr. Schechter, he would say every time I raised my hand to speak, "Haley, be 50% louder." I wish he could see me now. Thank you, Dean Williams, faculty, friends, families, the custodians who work just as late as I did sometimes, and the queens of Countway Cafe whose hazelnut lattes kept me awake. It is truly my honor to deliver this year's commencement address and celebrate the accomplishments of this impressive class. As I was writing this speech, I found myself in intense moments of reflection. Last December, I had a conversation with my new friend, Joelle, fellow student here at Harvard-Chan, sitting somewhere in these seats today. And he asked me this question: what is home to you? It's a loaded question. And before this year, I did not have an answer. Because home was a place I left at 11 years old. It was where I learned that a roof over your head and food on the table did not always mean that you were warm and full. I was just a child, watching my mom and 4 sisters say their goodbyes to everything I have ever known, while I sat in the back seat of our 1991 white Chevy van. The weight of leaving everything behind crushed me, and I sank deeper and deeper and deeper into the cushions of its back seat. I did not understand the gravity of our situation at 11 years old, but I felt it. It was the shame of telling people where I lived, so I didn't. It was the guilt of asking my mom for field trip money, so I lied, said I didn't want to go. Man, it was the anger of working myself to the bone just to be somebody. For my family, like other low-income families, this was the stress of being cogs in a machine that was not built for you. So by 21, I wanted to be done. Done writing essays about how growing up poor built character, done beating the odds, while others upheld systems, perpetuating them. By 24, I chose public health. I was so ready to dismantle systems, really take them down from the inside out. No more bearing witness to injustice. No more uplifting these narratives that said we had to struggle before we could make it. Struggle before sitting in these seats today. But then I got here, became overwhelmed, discouraged. How do I fix all of this? How do I fix the healthcare system, address social determinants of health, solve the climate crisis, regulate drug prices, demand health and environmental justice, and still live a joyful, simple life where I see my friends, walk my dog, and have money to keep a roof over my head and food on the table? But at 25, I am smiling so wide because for the first time in my life, the answer is simple. You don't have to fix it all. Choose which problem calls to you the loudest and fight, but don't be discouraged. Don't be overwhelmed. Be proud of everything you have already done. Be 50% prouder. So, I will integrate housing and health. You will make the healthcare system more accessible. You will prevent the next pandemic, and we will incorporate health equity, justice, and sustainability into everything we do, because we chose public health. As you begin your careers, remember you are creating pathways for communities to nurture health, knowledge, wisdom, and power for generations. And one day, we'll be back in Sebastian's Cafe, hopefully with a slice of Nancy Turnbull's famous cake, reminiscing about the times that we put all this pressure on ourselves to change the world, not realizing we already were. And to my dear friend, Joelle, I finally have my answer. Home is a community that will fight with you and keep you warm and full. As you leave here today, I hope you always find your way home. And remember the one you built right here. Congratulations to the Harvard T.H. Chan class of 2023. We did it. The field is lucky to have us on the front lines. Congratulations.